Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna have to jump him. Hey, Rusty, how's it going? People want to see what Rusty's been up to. He's been up to nothing. And now his battery's dead. So we gotta... That's funny when you try to start this car and the battery doesn't work. It won't release the key. Like, oh, jeez. Just leave that there. Got to get out the Atlas, turn it around. Looks like it's close enough. Should be able to reach. Can't believe it's snowing. It's April 20th, Saturday. And looks like a small blizzard's coming. Jeez. So next obstacle is the jumper cables that we have are in the back of Rusty, but none of the doors open because there's no power. So we gotta like crawl through Rusty to get to my jumper cables. So the biggest danger of doing this is you can spark and cause an explosion because it can give off gases. So the best thing to do is to put the red to the red and leave this not connected for a little bit. Now, it's best to put this to a metal part of the vehicle, a non-moving metal part of the vehicle. Some of these vehicles apparently have an actual spot to hook it to. I'm not sure exactly where that spot is, but that looks metal. So let's try that. Start this car. There is some power. You can see some lights come on. Let's just hope it's the battery. Just needs charging. I kind of want to let it sit there for a bit. Let's just see. That's so funny. There we go. Oh, things are doing things. Lots of noises. There's much more stuff that is happening now. Nothing. Come on, buddy. Okay, so the problem could be, look at the snow, jeez. Problem could be that the ground isn't good. You know what, I'm just gonna go for the negative here. Okay, give her another shot. That's better. I don't know why that's on. We got some turning over. Got a full tank of gas too, jeez. Come on, buddy. Nice. He lives. He lives. Look at that. So it's just a dead battery. So we've got lots of gas. Lots of snow. Unbelievable. Well, I guess I'll disconnect. And the ground is the last thing to connect when you're connecting it, and the first thing to disconnect when you're unconnecting it. Uh-oh. It didn't like that. Maybe I gotta let it go again. As soon as I disconnected it. Yikes. Another thing we could do is we could get Carol in the Atlas and rev it up to about 2,000 RPM, and that will get the alternator going a little bit even more. Uh-oh, what the hell? Come on, buddy. We had it going. That's not cool. Makes all these noises. Okay. He's alive again. I'm afraid to disconnect him for a bit. I'm just revving him a little bit, put my foot on the gas. It'd be nice to get the battery back up to full charge. I do have a battery tester. I'm gonna let him run for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Got lots of gas. Again, I'm afraid to take my foot off the gas. I shouldn't have died when I disconnected it. So the battery could be kaput's. Although we've only had Rusty for 3 years. Apparently batteries last around 4 years, but they can't last longer. I've had batteries that last longer than 4 years. And this is an expensive battery too. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes and then I'll disconnect it and see how he does. I do that revving thing. It's hard to gauge that. It wants to go more than 2,000. That's cool. It's got a sensor. It knows the trunk or the hood is open. I know it has door ones. I didn't know had a hood one. Kind of stopped snowing. It's about 5 minutes later. Let's see what happens when I disconnect. Good. I'll put the Atlas back in a spot and then take Rusty for a little bit of a drive. Get all his parts moving. Keep them in the front. All right, let's take them for a spin. Windshield wipers work good. Once again, let's see if it gets out of third gear. No. Well, kind of hoping that liquid stuff we put into the engine oil area, that possibly while it sat it magically fixed it, but it didn't. So Rusty is once again in limp mode. I'm afraid to shut him off and turn him on again. Oh, we didn't have to shut him off last time. We just stopped, pull over, right? put them into park. Wait a second. If it does that thud, remember the thud? Yeah, that means it will not go into third gear. Again, nobody around on the road. Guess we'll just turn around, go back. Okay. Thud. Thud. It doesn't like that. Well, I'm going to put Rusty back into his spot and let him run for, I don't know, I'll text my buddy Steve, ask him how long I should let my car run for to charge up the battery as best I can, and maybe start it again in a couple hours and let it run again for half an hour. I don't know. I do have a trickle charger system, but I think it doesn't work anymore. A bunch of you guys told me to, head over to Canadian Tire and buy that special charging battery pack with the terminal connectors on it, and keep that in Rusty. And that way, if he doesn't start again, I can start him with that special booster box. But if the battery is really dead, I guess what I'll do is let it run for about a half an hour in a parking spot, and then I'll use my battery tester on it and see if it's charging, see if it's holding a charge. Apparently there's certain ways to tell if it's the battery or the alternator, but it's got to be the battery, right? Because alternators just, if I tried to start it, I would have done the I think. Again, I'm not a mechanic, so just the experiences that I've had. All right, let's put Rusty in his spot and let him run for half an hour. All right, so we'll just let him sit for a bit and come back. Thanks for the help, buddy. It's starting to get a little bit nicer out. It's been about 40 minutes since I got it boasted the second time. So I was talking to my buddy Steve, and he said you should at least drive it for like 30 minutes. And I told him I did take it for about a 3 to 5 minute drive. But I'll just go in and around all my little streets here, because he says it needs to be revved up a little bit more. So yeah, let's take it for another little spin, and then we'll shut him off. And then I'm going to a concert with Paul tonight, and Brian, and I think one of Paul's sons, maybe Matthew. But we're going to see the Dave Matthews Band. It's down on Queen Street somewhere. We're going to go and have ramen first. But before I go down, I will try to start Rusty one more time. But right now I'm just going to take him for a little bit of a spin. Key off. So he's been running for now about, 52 minutes, because I think I actually got him started at 15:15 or 20 after, I can't remember. But yeah, I'll try and start him again in a couple hours, but that should do it. And I definitely want to try to squeeze out a couple more videos with him. It'll obviously be close by places, and because I can't drive him very far, for the fact that he might not start again, and that will be the end of him. And I have my CAA, which is like the Canadian, or it is the Canadian Automobile Association thing, so I have that with me. So if I do get stuck somewhere, they can come and either boost me or tow me, and chances are if I tow it, it's going straight to the dump. But we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.